Up with Krim begins now.
8:01 here on a Friday morning. Good morning. Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham.
Tim is already looking
Oh my
forward to the
gosh, it's
weekend.
Friday. I'm already saying Friday. What's wrong with me? I'm already looking forward to the weekend.
You are.
You
It's
looked
a
at
Monday.
me, you're like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, what
It's
did I
Monday.
say?
It's a Monday thing, Tim. Listen, we all struggle. I'm on like my third or fourth cup of coffee right now. It's been a struggle fest. You do.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everyone. It's
Meteorologist
Monday.
Thomas Patrick, take it away from us because we're struggling.
I want it to be Friday too. Like that's not an uncommon thought. If everybody just calls it Friday, it's Friday, right?
I like that.
I
love
like
that
that theory. No, at least weather-wise.
Friday?
At least weather-wise, it ain't bad on this, I guess, Monday morning. All right, pour me another cup of coffee, and Tim one too. Don't worry, we'll get him fixed up. 52 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze out there, but thankfully with temperatures as mild as they are, the breeze doesn't make it feel nearly as cold. In fact, it's already 60 in Pomeroy and Lewiston. Again, not bad. We can certainly take some positivity out of the extension of the warmth that we had yesterday. That comes into today's weather as well, though it is looking like it's going to be a mostly cloudy day for most of the day. Temperatures topping out in the mid-60s for this afternoon. Unfortunately, this is one of the warmer days I have in the immediate forecast. Bit of a storm system in the middle part of the week will give us some rain, wind, and cooler temperatures all rolled into one package. We're going to be timing out that next weather system in my full forecast ahead in just a few minutes.
Well, Spokane residents may not be allowed to water their lawns every day this summer as the Spokane City Council is looking at ways to conserve water. KRIM 2's Nicole Hernandez explains the proposal and the possible fines homeowners could face.
So this potential new ordinance from City Council would not affect how much water you use inside your house, but when it comes to watering your lawn, there could be some changes. So a new study found that Spokane residents actually use 97% more water per capita than the rest of the country. That's 202 gallons of water per day on average per person. In the summer, that number jumps by 5 to 6 gallons. So there's two different levels of restrictions City Council is considering right now. The first level would just start with summer. It would be every year from June to October. This level would ban watering outside grass or plants from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and the city would divide into zones, with each zone getting certain days they can and cannot water. Level 2 would kick in if or when the Spokane River drops below 1,000 cubic feet per second. This level would continue the 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. watering ban, and you would only be able to water outside twice a week and only 2 hours on each of those days. This level would also ban washing decks, sidewalks, and patios. So if City Council does pass this new ordinance and you get caught breaking these rules, you could be fined. The first time you break the rule, the city will just send you information about the ordinance, but after that, you'd get an extra charge of $20 on your water bill. Every violation after that, that fine would double. So City Council is voting on this ordinance tonight in their meeting. If they end up passing the ordinance through, it would not start this summer, it would start in June of 2023. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KRIM 2 News.
Now, also happening at City Council tonight, members will be discussing a zoning ordinance to allow for an emergency shelter in heavy industrial areas. So this will be a temporary ordinance in order to secure a site for a temporary shelter. Previously, City Council voted against a zoning change that would have allowed the creation of a homeless shelter on East Trent Avenue. And a Lewis and Clark student will be bringing the school's parking lot issues before council members tonight as well. Last week, Leilani Santiago held a meeting regarding parking lot security at LC High School. She says there have been several issues with car prowling. The school is the only one in the district that does not have its own parking lot. They actually lease the I-90 lot from the Department of Transportation.
Hundreds gathered for a vigil in Buffalo, New York to remember the victims of what investigators are calling a racially motivated attack at a grocery store. 18-year-old Peyton Gendron is charged with first-degree murder. He pleaded not guilty. 10 people were killed and 3 were wounded. 11 of them were black. Investigators say the shooter specifically targeted the store because he wanted to kill as many black people as possible. Police questioned the suspect last year after he reportedly made threats at his high school.
The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime.
It boggles my mind that this young man traveled 200 miles, 4 hours, to target our community.
Police say the suspect live streamed the attack through the website Twitch. A spokesperson for the site says it was pulled down within 2 minutes. President Biden condemned the attack and will visit Buffalo tomorrow to meet with the victims' families. the injured and local leaders. And it's been a deadly weekend all across the country. One person is dead and at least 4 others critically injured after a shooting at a Southern California church. One person is in custody. And in Texas, at least 2 people dead, 3 critically injured after a shooting in North Texas at a flea market. Police do not believe the shooting was random. 2 people are in custody in connection to this shooting.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. A joint operation between Spokane police and the FBI seized more than 35 pounds of meth. They also recovered 50,000 fake pills believed to contain fentanyl and 7 guns. According to the attorney for the Eastern District of Washington, the drugs and guns were seized as part of an ongoing drug trafficking investigation. One person has been arrested and booked for obstruction of justice. Today marks 2 years since the mysterious disappearance of Ian Eccles. The Western Washington man went missing on his way to meet some friends for a hunting trip near Cle Elum on May 16th of 2020. Police have arrested and charged a suspect related to Eccles' disappearance. They believe that person killed Eccles around the Mineral Springs area of Kittitas County. Eccles' body still has not been found. While some cannabis shops could soon be getting some additional security, the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board is contracting security management firm Citricon to provide free on-site security assessments for cannabis retailers. This comes after a surge in robberies at cannabis shops, due in part to them operating on a cash-only basis. Well, the Junior Lilac Festival makes its triumphant return. The Rotary Club of Spokane is partnering with the Spokane Lilac Association to bring back a long-standing tradition. So the next event is today. It's the Lilac Legacy Art Show, and that starts at 6 p.m. this evening. And that's a look at your morning rush.
A new report suggests higher vaccination rates could have prevented half the COVID-19 deaths in the United States since early 2021. That's when most adults became eligible for vaccines in the U.S. Vaccination reached a peak of more than 3 million doses administered each day in April of 2021. Researchers found that if each state continued at their peak vaccination rate until all adults were fully vaccinated, about 319,000 lives could have been saved. That would have cut the total number of COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. by about a third. Data from the CDC shows about a quarter of adults in the U.S. are not fully vaccinated with their initial series, and more than 3 in 5 adults have not received their booster shot.
Over the weekend, thousands of people across the country marched in support of abortion rights, including here in the inland Northwest.
And here's the one thing you need to know about today's weather. It's actually going to be pretty great weather for today. Temperatures topping out in the mid-60s once again. It will be one of our warmer days in the immediate forecast this week.
Time for your wake-up call. There was a lunar eclipse overnight. You can text your pictures to 509-448-2000. Let us know where you took the photo and include your name. You may see it here on the show.
Well, taking a live look outside on this Monday morning, we say good morning to you, inland Northwest, and happy Monday. Let us know where you're watching from and grab another cup of coffee to start off this work week and join us for more Up with Krim.